pregame.com.
The Army option has kicked butt all season long, but I'm finally going to fade it in this year's bowl game. It's Brad Powers, pregame.com studios, just off the Vegas trip. We're talking Saturday college football bowl action. We got a good one for you. The Armed Forces Bowl, San Diego State taking on Army.
You're fading the military in the Armed Forces Bowl.
Absolutely am. I'm going to take San Diego State minus the points. And the main reason why I like the Aztecs in this matchup, it's all about their head coach, Rocky Long, a master at defending the option. You go back to 2010 when he was the defensive coordinator here. Any game that they played against the option, whether it be Air Force, New Mexico, Navy, any team that runs it, how about this for San Diego State? 14-1 straight up, 11-4 against the spread. And this year, they've already faced the option twice, and they've won and covered both games against Air Force, and then also in their regular season finale against New Mexico, they really shut down the Lobos option offense, and I think they'll shut down Army in this one, take the Aztecs minus the points.
Let's talk line of scrimmage domination. This San Diego State team has been getting it done, especially in the back end of the season. You've got some incredible stats.
Last 4 games, total rushing yards for San Diego State's offense, more than 1,400 yards in those 4 games. Total rushing yards allowed in those last 4 games, less than 200. So you average it out. They're averaging more than 280 rushing yards per game, giving up less than 50. Total domination. And this is a team that, obviously, when you're facing the Army option, number one goal is to control the line of scrimmage. They do so here.
Let's talk about the Army team here. I had this team under 8 wins. I got to tell you, I'm going to use a movie analogy. So if you ever watch Rocky III, is Rocky's just beating up on cupcakes, all right?
Yep.
And some of them give him some trouble, but then he finds a way to get win after win. They show Clubber Lang, and he's just shaking his head in anger walking out. That's me after every Army game. I had them under 8 season wins. I'm like Clubber Lang walking out. I can't believe I'm going to push my ticket. No, I don't push. I lose because Rocky, the Army, wins another game against Navy that they probably shouldn't have won.
I bet it under 8, too, and it was one of my few losses. They were only favored in 6 games this year, won 5 games by 5 points or less, and then the one where we should have pushed our ticket despite everything that went against us all season long against Navy, a game that's played in a snowstorm, and lo and behold, Army's wearing all white uniforms, and then the play of the game, by the hand of God, their defensive end running down the field somehow trips up the Navy quarterback that was going in for another touchdown. That was a 4-point play in itself, and Army would have been down 17-7 at that point. I mean, if they go down 17-7, that game is over. Army, a phony 9-3 team.
And how lucky is that? A couple weeks before they decide to wear our white uniforms, and then there's a blizzard that day, so the secondary is completely camouflaged, making it more difficult for the offense to throw the ball. Not that you're going to be able to throw the ball anyways in that snowstorm. Your second key point.
Well, let's talk again about the Navy game that they just won. It was their second straight win over Navy. And more importantly for them, something they haven't achieved since 1996. They took home the Commander-in-Chief trophy by beating both Air Force and Navy this year. And that game was just played 2 weeks ago, so they haven't necessarily had some time to, stop maybe celebrating a little bit there. I think this is a spot where Army could be a little flat.
Yeah, we talk about, the season goals, but winning the Commander-in-Chief, when you're Army, that is like a good NFL team winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, it happens once every 20 years. So I know they should be immune to celebration, being in the military, being disciplined. I'm not buying it. I think that there's going to be a hangover from that.
Yeah, and we even saw it a little bit last year. They end the long losing streak to Navy, 14 years. They were a little flat in their bowl game against North Texas last year. We're a favorite and didn't cover it.
Now, this line opened 6.5.
Yeah.
It goes up to 7. I thought it was going to go up to 9. It has dropped back down to 6.5. Why is it dropping?
I don't have the 100% full answer here. I want to say that game against Navy was one of the top 10 most watched games of the entire college football season so far. So I'm thinking, Army looked good. They pulled an outright upset. Maybe the public's backing Army a little bit more than I thought, but you and I are in the same agreement here. Bet it at 6.5, thinking it was going to go right through 7. It went to 7 early. Came back down. I think there's still some value here on the Aztecs.
I think there's more value on the Aztecs. Let's make it official.
Yeah, let's make this one official. We're taking San Diego State minus a 6.5. It's all about their head coach, Rocky Long, a master at defending the option. How about this? 14-1 straight up, 11-4 against the spread last 15 times he's defending it, including a pair of wins and covers this year. Plus, Army, they've already achieved all their major preseason goals. They beat Navy. They took home the Commander-in-Chief trophy for the first time since 1996. This could be an Army team, maybe a little flat for this bowl game. When you add it all up, Aztecs are going to roll here. Take San Diego State minus points. More videos, pregame.com.